Hey guys, Jake and James from Flawless Films here. We haven't got a tutorial for you today, but we are going to talk about the differences between a mirrorless camera and a DSLR camera. Take it away, James.
Okay, people will ask which one is better, and if you went back quite a few years, it would easily be DSLR because these were the only ones around. Although more recently, there have been more mirrorless cameras, so they have become more of a thing, so this has now actually become a bit more of a discussion. Mirrorless cameras are also known as CSC cameras, so which means compact system cameras. So if you hear that term, we are on about the mirrorless ones, not the DSLR ones. So in general, with mirrorless cameras, they're less complex to technically make, and they could generally be smaller and lighter, but we're going to have a quick look into the more technical reasons why you might prefer one to the other.
Okay, with DSLRs, obviously they were the first ones available. They also were the first ones to offer professional HD and full HD video, together with a vast range of lenses and other accessories. And pros prefer systems with a solid long-term support. Obviously with mirrorless being quite new, they don't necessarily have that yet. DSLRs can, however, be quite big and bulky, though this can help for big lenses. They're massively popular with pros, but arguably only because DSLRs got there first. They also have a very good battery life, and you don't necessarily need many spares.
But then on the other side, we're going to have a look at mirrorless cameras too. They are smaller and lighter, but quite often the lenses aren't any smaller and lighter, so the weight thing isn't actually much once you put a lens onto your camera. But when you do look at lenses, look at the ones like Olympus, Panasonic and Fuji. They have good ranges. Sony is slowly catching up, but generally the lens options aren't as good as with DSLRs. Another thing is 4K video is becoming a lot more common in mirrorless cameras, joining this with a better live view autofocus. This looks like these will be the future for video, although they're not quite there yet. So this means that although most pros are still using DSLRs for their video, the amount of video features on mirrorless cameras are turning a lot of their heads, so they may be going towards mirrorless ones more commonly now. And then the only other thing is with mirrorless cameras, the batteries are generally not as good, so you're going to need a lot more spares, which is a bigger outgoing production cost for you, and it's just more of a pain in the ass really having to constantly change batteries.
Yep, so overall, mirrorless cameras are smaller, technically more advanced, and arguably the way forward. The technical differences between DSLRs and CSCs aren't the only things you need to consider, and these may not even be that important to you.
If you're a beginner and you're working on a budget, a cheap DSLR is definitely going to give you a lot more than a cheap mirrorless camera, although the further up the price range you go, these differences become so few, they're basically equal.
The best way to decide is just to go out, pick them up and test them for yourself. It'll really come down to what you like to shoot and what the camera can deliver. And remember to pay attention to the lenses offered and accessories available to them as well.
So we're not siding either way, we're not saying we prefer one or the other, it's down to you to decide this for yourself. You may even have different projects where you prefer different options.
And if you've got the money, why not get both?
Just buy all the cameras.
Every camera. Alright guys, hopefully you learned something from this week's kind of tutorial. We shall see you Saturday. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, comment, discuss, all the usual things. Thanks for listening, thanks for watching.
See you on Saturday.